Hi, good afternoon, everyone. We'll just wait for a few more seconds for everyone to settle in at today's webinar. I want to thank you all for attending today's informative, interactive presentation. Also, I strongly encourage you to introduce yourself. What type of business you have? Are you in business? How is your business plan? Do you have one already in mind? Need some assistance to draft it up? By all means, let's have that conversation right now at the chat. I see some familiar faces, so uh, hope everyone is doing well. Also, some general housekeeping items. This is a recorded webinar, so all participants that are present today will be receiving today's recording along with the presentation as well. And if there's any questions, strongly encourage you to put them through the Q&A. As the presentation is going along, I'll be able to moderate them and answer those questions for you as well. Hey, Carlos, how's it going? All right, so before we proceed, I want to thank you all once again for attending for today's webinar. My name is Jesus Padilla, along with my colleague, Jerry Grimes-Lewis from the EDC of South Miami-Dade. She will briefly present to you what is the EDC of South Miami-Dade. So, Jerry?
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Great. I apologize. I am on my way to an appointment, so this is kind of on the fly, but I wanted to, first of all, thank you for participating, and I know you're going to get some good information from this. All of our contact information will be provided to you as well, so if you have any questions or need further assistance afterwards, please don't hesitate to reach out. The Economic Development Council of South Miami-Dade was actually formed in the aftermath of Hurricane Andrew. And the ideal behind it was to bring back the South Dade area to what it was pre-Andrew. Personally, I don't even think we're there yet. So we will assist in many different forms. We work with public officials, we work with FIU and Jesus for all facets of small business. There's no situation that's too crazy. We also work with local municipalities. For example, they wanted to do a flyover at Palm Drive going into the 18-mile stretch. I don't know if you're all familiar with that, but had that happened, it would have gone and bypassed about 35 businesses, and their business would have dropped exponentially. So that's one of the things that we went and we, made our voices heard, and the flyover didn't happen. So it's kind of a broad subject to tell you what all we do, but our heart and our soul and our passion is our small businesses. So learn from this course, take from it, and please do not hesitate to follow up.
Yeah. Thank you, Jerry. And then on the chat, I also put our colleague Ebony Godfrey with her email address. So in case if you want to do business or learn more about the EDC of South Miami-Dade, by all means, shoot her an email and she'll be more than happy to answer any questions, concerns, networking opportunities that's best suited for your business. She'll be able to assist you on that front as well. Also, thank you all once again. So we'll get started. Pretty much a brief description of what is the Miami-Dade Business Navigator program. It was funded in part through a cooperative agreement through the U.S. Small Business Administration, in which it was using a community navigator approach to help you, the small business owners, in the economic recovery, in which the program is comprised as a lead hub. In this case, it is the Florida SBDC at FIU, along working with a network of spoke organizations that deploy community advocates to work with small businesses. The overall goal is simple, is helping you, once again, the small business owners that are focused on business owners that are veterans, women, as well as socially and economically disadvantaged individuals. Along with the Florida SBDC at FIU and the EDC of South Miami-Dade, we also have 5 additional partners working together as the collaborative efforts through the county. We have Ascendis, branches, the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, Prospera, and Startup FIU Procurement. All of these 7 organizations are available to assist you at no cost. Once again, the 3 buckets that we're here to assist you, it's in the consulting, the mentoring, and trainings. That is the efforts of starting that community navigator approach for businesses are physically located here in Miami-Dade County. If your business is located in Monroe, Broward, Palm Beach counties, we will be able to assist you as well. If you're located outside of that geographic region, by all means, shoot us an email and we'll be more than happy to connect you with your local small business resource partner. This is a good opportunity for you to connect with us, visit our website, follow us on social media channels, along with our YouTube channel. That is where we'll be having all the recordings from our previous workshops, webinars, along with today's recording as well, will be uploaded our YouTube channel. So definitely encourage you to like and subscribe. Throughout the summer, we're going to be having a lot of webinars and also in-person workshops. So strongly encourage you to register those that will be able to fit your business needs so that you're able to stick the landing. What were your 2023 goals? How we're able to accomplish them for the next 6 months, but at the same time, start thinking of what are your goals for 2024. It's a good opportunity for you to meet with our consultants and start getting a head start. So overall, we're going to be discussing how to create a successful business plan, and there's multiple objectives. But before I proceed, does anyone have a business plan? What are your thoughts of the business plan? Is it intimidating? Have you started? So rough draft phase? Is it still on your head? Where's everyone's gauge in terms of business plan? What do you think of? Okay, so I have brainstorming. It's a rough draft. Okay. Hey Rose, how's it going? Okay. Perfect. And Clarissa, and perfect. You have not started brainstorming as well. Perfect. Yes. So the key objectives of today is start creating that blueprint for that success, having those outlines, and it'll be easy plug and play. The purpose of this presentation as well is to give you the questions that you have to answer so that you're able to fulfill those objectives. So defining what is an accurate business plan, what are the components of a business plan, followed by how you're able to apply these planning principles, design the best practices when writing a business plan. Obviously, we talked about where to start. It's overwhelming. I had a business plan years ago. At the same time, pivot, different markets. What happens if you have a business plan in 2019 and the strategy that you have for 2020 no longer exists? What do? You have to change. So by having the business plan active, up to date, with new insights, new markets, new potential clients, you're able to you'll be able to have cater to the right audience, like for bankers and for investors. So this is most of the time when we work with our clients, this is where they lose track when it comes to drafting a business plan. It's overwhelming, but at the same time, we're here to guide you along the way. So don't let the idea of drafting a business plan delay your opportunity to move forward. So I want you to focus to get that idea out of your head and into paper so we could start growing it organically. So obviously, I said the buzzword already, the blueprint for success. It defines what do you want? What is your framework for your business? What is your vision? And showcases the necessary steps to fulfill your vision that you have outlined. This is a roadmap for your business. A good business plan helps you navigate your business towards those strategic directions that you want to set forth. So, what are some of the components of the plan? Well, it talks about who you are. Why are you in business? What do you do? How you do it? Where you operate? How will you generate profit? Who are your customers? And why is your business important? So these are some common questions you need to start putting into perspective and doing the self-assessment while you're developing that business plan. Okay. Along with catering to the audience, you could have two different business plans. It could be one for the internal stakeholders and one for the external stakeholders. As I saw in the chat, one are for the potential investors. So for the internal stakeholders is your employees, the management team, to know your mission and vision as well as your target market and customers, so that everyone is all hands on deck and they know where we're going to go through the path of the journey, along with the detailed operations of the operating budget, the market research, the competitor analysis, the sales lists, the product designs, along with the external stakeholders, as what we talked about for any potential investors, business partners, bankers. But at the same time, what is the end goal of you developing a business plan? Is it more for capital? Is it more potential investor? At the same time, while working with our access to capital team, we have consultants that can guide you in terms of to make sure that you're bankable and have the eyes of a banker, of a lender, asking you those key questions so you'll be confident and you're able to apply it in the business plan. As such, we have Ascendis, one of our CDFIs, and also spokes that can guide you to obtain the necessary capital that you need for your business needs. So what are you looking for in terms of the capital? Explain it. What is the amount that you're asking? How will the funds will be used? What those funds will accomplish? How do you plan to repay? Do you have any collateral that you have to offer? These are some questions you need to self-analyze while presenting the business plan to those partners. In addition, at the end of today's presentation, we also do have some upcoming webinars of what the bankers needs to know, along how to make your business bankable as well. So there's multiple topics that we'll be having through the summer. So I strongly encourage you to register, because at the end of the day, everything will be bringing in together. All of our webinars, presentations, you'll be able to get snippets and the pieces of the puzzle will be completed. By creating the business plan, it projects 3 to 5 years ahead, outlines the route you intend to reach on its yearly milestones. It could be number of clients that you obtained, any certifications, it could be annual sales, whatever your heart desires. Let's put those in paper and let's have it in the fridge, in the office board, so that you're able to see it. What can we do to accomplish these goals? Like that you're not losing sight. At bottom line, your business plan will always be a living document, because your business, the industry, will be changing. So your business plan should be updated to reflect those changes. And okay, I do have some questions right here. Yes, I will be able to provide you some business plan templates and that we have, along with some websites that will be able to assist you on that side as well. So don't worry. And on top of that, I'll put my email address in the chat as well. So if there's any additional questions that I may have missed based on the inquiries, by all means, let me know. We're family, and I want to provide you as much information and resources for you. Okay. So business plan questions. Where do you start? How are you able to start creating that roadmap? Well, consider these 4 questions. What services or product does your business provide, and what need does it fulfill the marketplace? Who are your potential customers for product or services, and why would they purchase it from you as opposed to the other competitors in that marketplace? How will you reach your customers? And where will you get the financial resources to start or grow the business? Always have these 4 questions on mind. Nobody knows your business more than you do. So what is your company description? Talk about the legal structure. What is your mission? What is your vision statement? What are the goals that you have for the company? What are some of the objectives? The target market that you're catering to? The general overview of the services and products that you're offering to the community. What is your industry? What is the company's management and the organizational structure? In the mission statement, this is your action-based statement that declares your purpose and how they serve the customers. Okay. Alice, I know that you raised your hand. If you want to put the question in the chat or in the Q&A, I'll be able to answer it for you. So Nike, what is the mission statement of Nike? The mission statement of Nike is it brings inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. But if you look at the asterisk next to athlete, it states if you have a body, you're an athlete. While the vision statement is the declaration of the midterm and long-term goals stating what you want to become in the future. Everyone, no two businesses are the same. But what do you want to be long-term? So perfect example, the Florida SBDC network. The vision statement is creating a better Florida for all by helping businesses grow. But let's look at Southwest Airlines. What is their vision statement? To be the world's most loved, most efficient, and most profitable airline. The good thing is that we do have consultants that can assist you to hone down to develop your mission, your vision statements. So definitely encourage you to register for consultation. I will definitely put the link at in the chat right now. So like that, you're able to meet with our business consultants to start honing down, understanding what are your mission, your vision statement, so that you're able to start getting the ball rolling, to start branding your business and marketing your business on those terms. Okay. All right, I just put the link to register. At the same time, when describing your business goals and objectives, be actually specific and attainable. Don't get me wrong, I would love to generate $1 million in 1 year and obtain 100 clients. But by being specific and attainable, you're able to grow organically, be conservative, but at the same time, you're able to set realistic expectations. Once again, it could be a specific level of customer satisfaction, annual sales. If your business operations, where's some major accomplishments? Is it expanding to a new market, or doing business in Broward County, or having a second location in the same city, or obtaining these particular certifications? Like I said, no two businesses are the same, so we could have different visions. So by you having a full self-assessment of what you want to accomplish, this is where you're able to start having that roadmap to do the business plan catered to. By having the products and services, talk about the descriptions of what you're servicing, what products you have. The pricing, if it's a monthly subscription, is it one time, is it annual base? What is your pricing models? What is your competitive edge? What is your competitive analysis of the marketplace? What do you bring to the table? Along with the target market, this is where you're able to have a secondary and a primary target market. This right here is who are you going to be marketing your products to? Include the company's location, where you anticipate moving to the future. If you want to expand to a second location or continue to grow within the city of Miami, that you want to go to Coral Gables, or you want to start going to Doral, or start moving north part of the city. So by having a good clear-cut understanding who is the market, or where is the shifts of your clients' profiles are moving to, right there, you're able to start having the idea how you're able to solicit those potential clients. Based on the industry, what is your industry? Is it growing? Is it decreasing? What changes you foresee, and how does your company plan to take advantage of these changes? How does your company compare to competitors in the industry? So a perfect example would be, I want to open up a daycare center in Doral. How is the industry growing in childcare? It's always growing. There's always a demand for that. But at the same time, we're seeing that there's an aging population. So there won't be that many childcare centers in the area because everyone is it's I'm not getting to that market anymore. So I might have to look down at other locations. But what are the competitors are doing in that industry? Are they pivoting? Are they doing more remote learning? Or what other incentives are they providing? So by having a full understanding of the industry and the market, right there, you're able to start pivoting, start learning new channels, and also the overall consumer behavior. And at the same time, if you don't know how everything is, what is the landscape in your industry, don't worry. We have consultants that can do the market research with you so that you have a clear understanding of where the current trends, where the behaviors, and perhaps you might find new markets that you could definitely cater to at the same time. So don't worry, all of our services confidential and we'll be able to guide you through the process. Okay, and I do have a question right here. Will we be able to, yeah, so we have consultants that will be able to assist you to develop the business plan, review them, and then also assist you with the presentation with the lenders. And yes, today's all participants will be receiving today's presentation and the recording. So in case you have to step out, answer a phone, you could definitely review the presentation as well. Anytime, that's what I'm here for. Okay. So based on the management structure, it is, what does your company do? How is it organized? Is it a one-person operation, like I make the sole decision, or we talk about it as a collective unit? Who makes the final decisions, or who makes the decisions? Is it board of directors? Is it all the VPs? Who makes those key decisions? What are your values that drive your company? How many employees do you have? What do they do? How are they paid? Do you anticipate this changing? It could be based on the landscape, based on the industry. It could be future growth of the business. By having the organizational structure, this is where we're able to have the organizational chart. If you have one, strongly encourage you. If you don't have one, strongly encourage you to develop one so that you're able to see where your key weaknesses, your big strengths, what are some good opportunities that you have. Who are the principal members of your company? What are their roles? But at the same time, if you have any outside advisors, list them there. Describe the relationship. Remember, you're trying to do a first impression with your business plan. So this is a good opportunity for you to list all the principal members of your team. So it is enticing and captivates the audience attention. And what are your core competencies? So for example, if Jerry and I are going to create a restaurant and I don't know nothing about food manufacturing, food safety, and Jerry doesn't either, no one's going to take us seriously. But if we talk about that Jerry is a Gordon Blue graduate and I have managed multiple restaurants, okay, that really captivates your attention. It's like, okay, you know your stuff. They take you seriously. So having a good understanding of your core competencies and listing all your key members definitely will captivate the audience attention. And this is where we talked about the conversation of taking, being getting the attention. It is, what are the business, what are the legal requirements your business faces, any licensing, any permits that you operate, any certifications. Highlight those achievements. If it's an 8A certification, if you're doing business with the federal agencies, or you're doing business in the city of Homestead, highlight those certifications, or you're a vendor for Miami-Dade School Board. Having these certifications and these accomplishments definitely will help you stand out throughout your business plan. The market, it's conducting those market research as we talked about. We have consultants that can guide you through the market research and the study and the analysis, and also help you to gather those facts and opinions based on the industry, potential customers. What are some questions you could ask for those potential customers? Why are you buying from business A as opposed with me? Or it could be different behaviors. Or what are they doing that you're not doing? So having a good SWOT analysis along with a market research will definitely have a good understanding of who are your ideal target market customers. And it will fall under the market segmentations. It's grouping multiple groups of customers that share one or more characteristics that cause them to have similar needs. Divide them up once again in primary and secondary markets. Even though they might be similar and they may respond similarly, but there are different marketing strategies that you're able to implement. For example, my brother and his wife are having a baby girl. That's a primary market because they're going to be buying tons of baby clothes. I don't have any kids. I want to be the cool uncle. I want to spoil my niece down to the T. I'm a secondary market customer, but I'm still going to be buying baby clothes, even though it does not pertain to me as the end user. It's going to be for my niece. Eventually, as the business going to be having my information, my needs, they will be able to have me as a primary when my time is right to be a father. So they're growing that market segmentation. So having two separate target markets definitely will eventually join as one cell. So that's a good opportunity for you to understand who is your primary target customers, secondary, but perhaps you might find additional potential target markets down the road that you never thought about. Based on the industry, once again, nobody knows the industry. Nobody knows the business more than you do. So this is where your industry knowledge comes into play, as well as the prospects for your business should be clearly illustrated in this plan. And these are some key questions that will be able to enhance the portion of the industry in the business plan. What is the industry you're in? What is the current size? What share of that market will you have? Identify those key target markets and determine the size of that potential market. Who are the big dogs, the big competitors of that industry? And who will be your direct competitors if it's within a mile radius? So for example, the example of the childcare. These are the big competitors that everyone knows. But within the 2-block radius, I have 3 other daycare centers. So those are my direct competitors, because no one's going to be going across the city, but across the street, people might go to them. So I need to focus what they are doing in that industry. What are the trends in the industry? Is it growing? What are the consumers' preferences, the product development? How and where does your company fit in this industry? Once again, the full competitive analysis. What are the advantages or disadvantages do you have over the competitors? And what are some of the barriers of entry in this industry? By fully understanding the industry and the target markets, now you're able to start honing it down to selecting your ideal target customers and the profile of your customers. This is where we definitely assist you in terms of all the free public databases, as such the U.S. Census Bureau, the Department of Labor. So you're able to know and find out what people want, not just what you want to sell. Instead of you want to have the eyes of the potential clients and see what they want instead of what you want to provide to them. So for example, I love ice cream. Vanilla ice cream is my favorite. But if you're trying to sell me chocolate ice cream or cookies and cream ice cream, I'm sorry, you don't have me as a customer. But if you're willing to cater in terms of having vanilla ice cream, sold. Here's my money, and you have me as a client for life. So to determine what needs your business will satisfy, these are some questions that you need to answer in this section of the plan. Who are your current prospective customers? What do they buy and why? Will they buy your product? At what price will they pay? Even though that there's a perception, if you sell at a low price, okay, what's the quality? What is the, is it really good? Or if you price yourself too high, then you're gonna be excluding a good part of the market based on the price sensitivity. So by having the Goldilocks of a price model, will pinpoint where you're able to cater to those needs. Why might your customers prefer your product over the alternatives? Correct. If my niece likes chocolate, yes, I will definitely will be a customer. Yes. And at the same time, what market segments or groups are more likely to buy your products? So by having a clear-cut understanding of your customers, everything will be falling into place. So you're able to have that roadmap and finding those client profiles. When I was doing my MBA, I had to select a business, and I actually selected 7-Eleven. And this was really good based on how successful they are globally. The founder of 7-Eleven said, give the customers what they want, where they want it. Let's look at the United States. It's pretty much an everyday products on the go business model. But Indonesia, it's more where young people hang out, surf the web, meet their friends. And Taiwan is a place where you're able to service your bicycle and make photocopies. Having a clear-cut understanding of your customers, you definitely will be successful in all three markets. Imagine if I tell my friends, let's go hang out in 7-Eleven. They're going to laugh on my face and say, Jesus, find yourself new friends. I'm sorry, we can't hang with you. But Indonesia, that's where everyone goes. So having that understanding, how you're able to cater to your clients, you definitely will be successful. Along with the products and services, by having that clear understanding of why you're in business, what you sell, and how you compete, this is where you're able to elaborate what is unique about it. What are its important features? What would it do for the customer? How does it benefit them? And why is it better for the customer when compared to the competition? What is your value proposition? How are you able to convince me to buy from you as opposed to other competitors? And if you don't know if you don't have an answer for any of these questions, that's not a problem. We can assist you on that side. Elaborate, describe the pricing structure. If it's on the monthly subscription, is a one-time base, is it monthly, seasonal? What are some of the factors that gives you the competitive advantage, the disadvantage? How do you keep inventory? What kind, how much is it? How is your inventory turnover? So for example, if I want to start selling school uniforms, the turnover is going to be very quickly once the school season is starting. But then around the fall time, I'm not going to have that much inventory, or it's going to be very low because everyone already has their school uniforms. So by having a clear understanding as to what you have in your products or services will definitely help you as a cost-effective moves down the road. Analyze who are your suppliers. What life cycle of stage is your business? Are you starting, have a business idea on how to develop it to fully establish, been in business for 2 months, a day, 6 months, 2 years, 20 years, is always evolving. What research and development activities are you performing or planning? It could be obtaining these certifications or going to new markets. Any intellectual property rights do you have for your product or services, like any patents or any other blueprints for the business growth? And then developing those key initiatives in terms of the marketing and sales strategy. Talk about how you plan to grow your business, how will you communicate with your customers, and how do you sell your products? So for example, I want to open up and grow my steakhouse. How am I going to communicate? We'll have a good video of steaks and how it's being cooked and seasoned, and everyone's enjoying the experience. But if I put a picture of a salad, no one's going to buy from me because the messaging and branding is not the same. By the way, just to let you know, full disclosure, the first week of July, we're actually having creating a brand experience webinar. Definitely encourage you to register because this definitely talks about your marketing and sales strategies. Shameless plug right there. But at the same time, how will you sell your product and services? Is it on the go meals? Is it like a drive-through? Is it, how are you going to be selling those services and products? Assess how successful you are at meeting your customer needs, as well as how successful your competitors are. The good marketing strategy will be based on your market research to determine what customers want, and I do apologize, and what they will pay for. And at the end goal, might be a nice result. It will help you identify new markets that you can successfully target to. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the 4 Ps. So it's the place, price, promotion, and product. So these are the 4 key components of having a successful marketing strategy. So think of it like the 4 walls of a house. By developing the sales strategy, this is where, once again, be realistic, be attainable. Do not pull the numbers out of thin air. At the end of the day, numbers don't lie. It's black or white. There could be some grays, but ideally, by having accurate numbers, definitely will help you have those projections based on those historical sales, the industry, the market research. That's what we talked about based on the month-to-month projections of the school uniforms. It's a lot higher in sales in the months of July, August, September, as opposed February, March. And how would this lead for company growth? Excuse me for a second. So by developing the business plan, this is where you're coming the ask. One of the goals is to ask access to capital, asking your financial lenders. But this is where you're able to identify those exact amounts of funding that you need to grow the business, make sure that it ties to your financial projections. At the same time, incorporate these the funding requirements of the business plan. It has to have what are the request for those expenditures. Is it working capital? Is it debt retirement? Is it acquisitions that you're trying to grow the business? Along with any strategic financial plans, like if you're buying out a business, are you being acquired? Are you selling your business? So all of these asks are these requests definitely mold based on your financial projections, the funding side of the business plan. And like I said, we have consultants that can assist you on this framework. Then in the financial projections, talks about the livelihood, the business of the finances, when and how the business expects to make profit, whether your marketing operational processes, how much it will cost, and have a clear understanding of your balance sheet, your cash flow projections, and the profit and loss projections. We have consultants that can assist you with the financial projections and also with the balance sheets, the income statements, the cash flows, and the good thing is that there's other throughout the presentation, there's going to be some links through the SBA that could definitely help you to incorporate them in the business plan. So you could definitely copy and paste it. So it's a good opportunity for you to take advantage of the next few slides. The balance sheets, it talks about the assets. What are the liabilities of the business, what they owe? What is the shareholder equity? So once again, right here is an Excel spreadsheet through the SBA that will definitely assist you to develop a balance sheet for your business. Along with the cash flow projections, how much money is coming in, going out over a given period of time. Right here, it enables you to meet your existing financial obligations as well as plan for the future. So there's a good understanding in terms of if I am generating X amount of dollars, but I'm looking a loan for 100,000, do you have the capacity to repay that back? What is your cash flow? Okay, I just have a few questions right here. Yeah, sure. For in terms of your question, how will you get the month-to-month projections if you're just starting your business or in the planning stage? Well, it would be based on how many ideal customers you would like to get on a month-to-month. So what are some of the marketing costs? What are the growth of the business? If your intent is to sell it on a weekly basis, how many do you plan to get? How many customers you plan to get in a weekly basis? Start growing it and start growing organically within the month. You're able to start having some calculations based on the projections. And these the links, I will be able to email them to you with the presentation as well. So like I said, you'll be getting these presentations. And then for the future webinars and other classes, I will put the link right now in the chat right now. So just give me 1 second. There you go. Francisco, you have an excellent question. July 10th, we do have a workshop, startup, right? In terms of we'll talk about the different entities of business incorporation. So definitely encourage you to register. I'll put the schedule of the link of the schedule events that we have in the summer. And the break-even analysis. This is a good point for you. When oftentimes bankers will ask you, or lenders, what's your break-even analysis? This is the threshold that needs to surpass before the business becomes profitable. It could be after every 10 sales, I'm making profit, or it could be after this particular threshold from all the expenses. So having a clear understanding of your break-even analysis definitely helps you to fully understand the capacity of your business. It could be within a year or 2 years where you're fully becoming profitable business. So it all varies based on how you structure the business model. And this is a good opportunity, like the way how I say, this is where you put more seasoning, more pizzazz. This is a section where you're, once again, add color and depth to your plan. Any brochures, any advertising materials. This is like if you're marketing your business going full throttle, any blueprints, the plans, any copies or leases or contracts. What's any industry reports, studies that you have developed? Same time, if you're in the government contracting sector, what is your capability statement? What contracts have you obtained with the local, state, and federal agencies? What past performances, what future projects you'll be working? This is the wow factor. So definitely encourage you, the more is better, so that you're able to, once again, get the audience attention. And save the best for last. This is the first section of the business plan, but it's the last you write. This is where you're able to give the solid evidence that your business will succeed. Where your business will succeed. Sorry about that. And this is where you're able to talk about your company, the products and services that you plan to sell. Once again, your mission statement, the management, organizational structure, the target market, the ideal customers that you like to envision to cater to. Who's your competition? Along with the future of your business, your industry, and those relationships in regards of the current investors, the financial and data projections. So having, once again, the executive summary, saving it for the best for last, you're tying in everything together and everything will flow flawlessly. So essentially, these are the questions that the executive summary will be answering. What product or service your business provides? How does it fill a customer need? What is a competitive advantage does your company or product or service has? What are your target customers? What goals do you have for your company? And how much do you need from a loan or investor, and how will you use it? And once again, it's a living document. So if you have the idea, what is your vision? Let's see if it works. Does it work? Perfect. It's going to generate some sales. If it doesn't, why? And let's go back and reinvent the wheel. Let's pivot let's mold it based on where at the end goal is to generate revenue. If you want to be an entrepreneur and your goal is not to generate revenue, I've never heard that before from an entrepreneur. Every entrepreneur wants to make money. So let's see what works, what doesn't work. In other words, the way how I say it is, let's throw spaghetti to the wall, but let's see what kind of spaghetti actually does stick to the wall. And that right there, it is how the business plan, it's going to be generating future growth and success for your business. So I'm going to open up the questions for Q&A. So if you have any questions, any concerns, any topics, anything that I could do to help you out, by all means, the floor is yours. I'm here for you. So definitely, I'm more than happy to assist you with any way I can. You could definitely scan this code, and I will be more than happy to assist you with your business needs, any challenges, any concerns. Like I said, we have consultants that can guide you through the process. And once again, it's no cost to you. So in the chat, I'm going to be putting up some of our upcoming events and some additional information as well. So I have a question right here. At what stage do you create a business plan? You could start creating a business plan now. Where do you envision your business in the next 3 years? Because, being an entrepreneur, you're a CEO, chief everything officer. So by having all those ideas that you want to accomplish in 6 months, 12 months, 18, 24 months from now, right there, you're able to start pivoting and start creating that roadmap for you. Yes, Jeannie, yes, no, this is a good opportunity for you. Even though you're a startup, it's a good opportunity for you to start doing the plug and play. Pretty much, you're also getting the homework before the teacher gives it to you. So it's always a good opportunity for you to definitely have a business plan or even a draft, so that you're able to present it and start molding it based on the path that you like to take. Okay. Okay. I just have a few questions right here. I saw a question about how long a business plan should be. Ideally, it should be no more than 5 pages, because at the same time, you want to captivate the reader's audience, reader's attention. And if you give them a 30-page business plan, you're going to lose the audience attention. But like I said, no two businesses, no two industries are the same. So our consultants will be able to guide you and mold it based on the simplicity and going straight to the point of the ask of the business plan. Okay, and then in terms of the link for the July webinar, Francisco, I would encourage you to use the link that I'll be putting right now in the chat of the event site, and you could definitely go ahead and register. Yes, the recording will be sent out from today's webinar along with the presentations for all participants. Okay. Yes, Donna. Yes, you'll be receiving the presentation. So that's not an issue. And then if there's any questions, concerns, I know that I've spoken to a good vast amount of you already. Just shoot me an email and I'll be more than happy to connect you with the appropriate consultants, organizations and resources that is out there. Okay. Just give me a few seconds because I have additional material for you. Once again, starting to encourage you to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, because like that, it's all the presentations along with the with previous webinars that definitely could mold additional information for you in the development of the business plan. And then if you want to meet with our Navigator consultants and organizations, right here is the link. Definitely encourage you to do so. Once again, it's no cost to you. And we're more than happy to assist you to do this. Perfect. I love it, Donna. Yes. There we go. And Giacomo, yeah, so the link is already on the chat. No, Susanna, you could definitely register to meet with our team. And with this presentation and along with the meeting with them, you're able to start molding the business plan. So definitely encourage you to register first, and they'll be able to give you additional resources and information as well, what to look for to enhance that business plan. Okay. Okay. Yes, Jeannie. Yes, everyone's going to be receiving today's presentation. No, Sylvia, the question was, do I need to have everything ready to plan a meeting? No, you don't. You could even have like a business idea. How do I start? Or what are some capital needs? Or even I want to start selling these pens right here. What do I need to become bankable? Our consultants will be able to guide you, give you the tools for your toolbox. So when you're ready, you're good to go. Okay. In terms of how long should you invest into your business before you start paying yourself? Well, it varies, based on what's the capacity of the business. Is the business growing, not growing? um at the same time, how does the industry, what's the industry landscape? um the consultants, they'll be able to assist you and give you that information based on the 5 C's of capital. Okay, yes, okay. Yes, in terms of, if you have any issues with the QR code, don't worry. The link is on the chat right now. So I'm gonna personalize it to at Samantha. So you could definitely use the link. And then I had a question: if your business is located in Hollandale Beach, yeah, so you could definitely register to meet with us. I am not a business consultant. I will be able to connect you with the appropriate consultants based on the areas of assistance that you're seeking. So if you're looking to incorporate the business, we do have a specialized consultant that can assist you on that front. Okay. So definitely encourage you to register. And like that, they'll create the roadmap based on what you need, the checklist, what you need, don't need. And then the connection will be made right there. You're welcome anytime. Can yes, absolutely. For business plans, yes, they're also used for nonprofits as well, because at the end of the day, it's the growth of the nonprofit. What do you envision the nonprofit in 3 years, 5 years from now? Yeah, the business plan is always helpful for everything. Okay, so from I may have answered everyone's question. If I didn't, I do apologize, but definitely encourage you. If there's any questions, concerns, like I said, we're family. Once I receive the video file, I'll email you the link along with the presentation, and also some of our coming events that definitely will enhance the conversation from today, but also throughout the journey of your business. So I want to thank you all for attending today's webinar. Like I said, anything that we could do to assist you, don't hesitate. Give us a call. We're more than happy to assist you. I have one question right here. In terms of assist with the direct funding and loans for startups. Yeah, so we do have a consultant that can guide you through the process to become bankable, and also what you need to have all the documents ready, like the loan packaging, to have the capacity to obtain the necessary funds for the business venture. So perfect. And like I said, anything that I could do to help you out, like I said, we're family. Definitely have spoken to almost every one of you by passing. So definitely anything I could do, just let me know. So I want to thank you all. I want to thank on Jerry's behalf for today's participation, and looking forward to seeing you at the next webinar. Thank you. Have a great weekend, and take care. Yes, in terms of a sample business plan, email me, Samantha. I'll put my email in the chat, and I'll be able to provide you some additional information on that side. Okay. So thank you once again, and I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful weekend.